Hello everyone and welcome to our next episode of Meet a Friend. You may have watched a number of these and maybe you know lots of different answers that people have given. But why not this week, before next week's Meet a Friend, find someone in your own life that you can ask these questions to. Maybe you don't know a Christian to ask the question about who encourages them in the Bible. Then maybe why not drop us a line? We'd love to talk to you more about why the Bible and Christianity is important. But to today's guest. Hello there.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon and welcome. Tell us your name and how long you've been part of the church here.
I'm John Brown, married to Stephanie, son Mark, daughter Anna, one granddaughter. I first came to Manchester in the summer of 1976, the long hot summer.
Yes.
Not that many people will now be remember that. But I was here for 6 weeks as a student working in the veterinary practice in Huntingdon. When I qualified in 1977, I got a job here. So I came here in 1977 and was part of the church from then.
Amazing. Been here for a long while, I'm going to say.
Well, nearly 50 years now.
Yeah, exactly. Nearly 50 years. So, John, being here so long, this might be quite difficult, but tell us something that maybe not many people know about you.
Things get out, don't they?
They do.
The one I thought I'd tell you was that I was filmed for Songs of Praise.
Okay.
Back in whenever it was. I can't remember the date now, but it was the 150th anniversary of the Royal College of Veterinary Surgeons. And they did a programme on veterinary surgeons. Yeah. And at that point, I was secretary of the Veterinary Christian Fellowship.
Okay, yeah.
Which is how they got in touch. So I spent a morning with Pam Rhodes and a couple of cameramen and all that sort of thing. Answering questions, doing an operation, all that sort of stuff. So obviously a lot of it was edited down, but I did have my few seconds. But you were still there? I had my few seconds on Songs of Praise, yes.
Yeah. A bit like today with all our cameras and our own version of Pam Rhodes.
Well,
slightly different, but we won't comment on that.
No comment.
Yes. John, tell us someone in the Bible, a character in the Bible who inspires you.
Well, Daniel, it has to be Daniel.
Ah, yes.
That, who can not admire somebody who has the power to interpret dreams, to decipher graffiti on walls, and to tame lions. That, he was in a difficult situation, but he stayed true to his faith. He had courage to do that. And he and his friends went through a lot, but God was there with them, supporting them and keeping them safe. And I just would like to think that I might be able to do something along those lines. I'm not sure I could.
Yeah.
I don't know. Until you're presented with a situation, you don't know how you're going to react, do you?
Absolutely, yeah.
But the other thing that I like Daniel for is the fact that he stood up for his diet. He knew the nutrition that he wanted, and he was prepared to make a stance on that as well. The 10 days of vegetables only, and he was better, fitter, stronger than the rest of the people there who were on the royal diet. Yeah. And as a person with type 2 diabetes, I'm aware of the importance of nutrition to us and the fact that our bodies are God's temple and we need to look after it. I think that's one of the things that does stand out to me.
Yeah. As we find with most of these characters read about in the Bible, so much more than perhaps first meets the eye, and so much there John has shared about the character of Daniel and all the things he was about. And a challenge for us today, even about how we should eat, which is really important.
Yeah.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, whatever you're doing, and we will see you again soon.